And what I was thinking is, because, I've always been thinking, like, who is, when is Aaron Rodgers not going to have a shot at a Super Bowl? I thought his last chance was when he lost to the Niners. I was like, that's it. It's a wrap. He's not going to be able to get there again. Sure enough, this year he had his best year he's ever had, actually. And then, they made the NFC Championship. But, I think the last chance he has, like with all the Last Dance photos, what this really is the last chance that Aaron Rodgers has at getting a ring. And there's a pretty damn good chance not only Rodgers leaves, but also Zadarius Smith leaves. Because he can leave after the season. Like, even if Rodgers miraculously decides to stay, he might be without one of the best defensive players in the league. So, I mean, this is the last chance for Rodgers, I think. The last chance. And when Tom Brady did, I would not be surprised if people are talking about what Tom Brady did in Tampa in the next 30 years. Like, it's people are getting more control. People are getting way more, players are getting way more control and way more power in the NFL. And it's very interesting to me. Alright, so the Saints are signing Chris Hogan to fill in for Michael Thomas in his absence. And, this is going to be different. Because, they have to build... They've been building the offense around Drew Brees. And around how they can make their team good around Drew Brees. And, now it's... Well, I think it should be Jameis Winston as the starter. And, they cannot be any different. Drew Brees is more of a dank and dunk kind of guy, being more accurate with the football. Meanwhile, you got Jameis Winston, who is wild and a gunslinger, throwing it downfield. It's a much different offense than than the Saints are used to, Alright, so the NFL is going to fine unvaccinated players $14,650 for COVID violations. And I don't know why people are comparing it to last year. This is not different than last year. We did not know a vaccine. We did not have a vaccine yet. And we didn't even know what was going on with COVID at all. And, I honestly think getting the vaccine is the only way to get out of this. How else are we going to get out of it, I don't see another way. It's not just going to go away. It's a virus. It's going to go around. It's like the flu. Did the flu go away? No, the flu did not go away. That's why we get a flu shot every year. To decrease the chance. Getting the vaccine is something you should do. I don't know how else we're supposed to get out of this, though. What's the other option? Alright, to end this podcast, which has actually been 50 minutes now? one of my longer podcasts, but I'm going to tell you whether these teams will be a good fit for Aaron Rodgers or not. All right, starting off the Raiders, I'm going to say no. First of all, Aaron, I don't think will like John Gruden. I don't think he liked that they have no offensive line, and I don't think he'd like their 30th ranked defense. And also, they have Derek Carr, so they have nothing to worry about. Carr is the solution, not the problem. All right, the Broncos. I've heard some people say this is a good fit, and it is. I think their defense is actually really good. Their offense isn't bad. Where this fails, where this experiment fails, is Aaron is not going to like Vic Fangio, who I think should have been fired last year. He's not going to like Vic Fangio. And we've seen him not like a coach before. We've seen him not like Mike McCarthy. And what happened the year he got frustrated with Mike McCarthy? They did not make the playoffs. So Aaron cannot be that dumb. He's going to be smart. He's going to know, if I don't like this coach, it's going to be a bad year. So I'm going to say no. The Browns is an easy no. They have Baker. See where it goes with them. Dolphins. I think this is a phenomenal fit. Now, I've been optimistic about Tua. But if Tua can't play, because we're going to see in training camp. Trust me, this team will know by Thanksgiving whether or not Tua can play. This team will know by Thanksgiving. But if they're feeling like Tua can't play in training camp right now, think about what Aaron gets. A good defense, a great coach, a good receiving core. Will Fuller, Devontae Parker. I think Jalen Waddle's going to be good. Mike Gesicki's a good addition. The only thing I would be worried about is the running game. But that's about it. He has a great coach, a great defense, and a great receiving core. I think that's a very good fit, the Dolphins. Alright, the Pats. I'm going to say no. It just feels like a no. I mean, he gets a great... I think the Pats have a great defense. I really think the Pats... I really think the Pats are... I think they're better built than people are really saying. I don't know why people think they're not... I've heard some people say that they're not better than the Jets. But I think they're definitely better than the Jets, at least. I mean, I don't think they're better than the Dolphins or the Bills. At all. By any means. But, Cam, I'm not saying Cam's like top 10 or even top 15 for that matter. I'm just saying he's not that bad. He had a 90 passer rating before COVID. He had a 90 passer rating. He was doing very well. He had a 66% completion percentage on the year. He did play 15 games. People don't realize that. He played 15 games. He only missed one. But, I mean, obviously when you get COVID, you might play a little worse. I don't think Cam is not that bad. Their O-line's pretty good. Their receiving core got better. They have two great tight ends. Or two good tight ends, Hunter Henry, Jonnu Smith. And they have a great defense. And Belichick, I think, is still a good coach. So I'm not high on the Patriots. I'm just defending them against the people that think they're terrible. Alright, are the Giants a good fit? Now, this is weird. I saw one of my friends text me. They were like, imagine he goes to the Giants. I'm like, I didn't say this to him, but, when I thought about it, when I took a minute to think about it, I was like, that's not that crazy. I like Joe Judge. I think they have a very good defense. I think they were the 9th ranked defense last year, points wise. I think they gave up the 9th least points. Their defense is pretty good. I like the receiving core. I think Saquon's a good guy to have, but I like the receiving core a lot. I think they have a very underrated receiving core. Kenny Galladay, I think, is really good. Darius Slayton, I think, just had an off year. So the receiving core is pretty good. He might not like Evan Ingram too much, but that's about it. That's the only negative I can think of. He gets a great defense. I like Joe Judge as a coach. I think he gets an underrated receiving core and a great running back. And their O-line is okay. But I think that's a pretty good fit for him, actually. If Daniel Jones isn't good by Thanksgiving. All right, the Washington football team, yes. He gets good weapons, good O-line. I like Antonio Gibson. I think he's a great running back. And their defense, wow. Actually, one of the better defenses I've seen. That front four is going to be monsters. And also, he gets a great Super Bowl winning coach. All right. The Eagles is a terrible fit. He does not get a good coach. He does not get a good defense. He doesn't really get a good receiving core. Everything Aaron Rodgers does not want, the Eagles have. The Saints, when you look at the rosters, it works, but the Saints are in cap hell right now. And adding Aaron Rodgers is not going to help. And finally, the Packers. I think this is a good fit. I think the Packers have a good coach, a good receiving core, a good line, a good running game, and a good enough defense. And I already said a great coach, right? So, Packers is one of the best fits for Aaron Rodgers. But that is it for today. How long was this podcast? Almost an hour. Okay. Alright, this is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan, Google Podcast, Spotify, Spreaker, or iHeartRadio. This is Dylan Miller on Daily Dose of Dylan. See you tomorrow.